Welcome back to the Edgewater Race Report. On this week's episode, we are getting geared up for a super stacked weekend of excitement at the track. Hey, we are talking 3 big days of absolute can't miss action. We're going to be big time deep diving into all the festivities that we got going on. But to get things going out of the gate here, once again, I am Rick Vickery, as always, joined by Rob Winley. Rob, we have got a very special guest with us getting the show going this week. I'm going to turn it over to you, and you can do the honors.
Yes, we do. We have got the very own Scott Leber, the brains behind Scott Rod's AA gassers. He's going to be here this weekend to join us, and those guys always put on an incredible show. Scott, how you doing?
Hey, I'm good. Thanks for having me.
Well, Scott, thanks. Thank you so much for joining us. And I know the anticipation, the excitement, the buzz around, the Edgewater area. So many people looking forward to coming out, checking you guys out in action. Can you let all those that are joining us here on the race report, let them know what it is that makes, the Scott Rod so unique, that makes you so different inside of the incredible world of drag racing?
Well, it's a lot of the people that are with us. We've got a great group of racers. They all love what we do, or they wouldn't be doing it. They travel all over this half of the U.S. for us and doing shows for tracks like Edgewater. Variety of cars. The fans come in. They can talk to the drivers. We put them in the cars. We let the kids in them. Pictures, you name it. It's a very fan-friendly group of people. Big burnouts. Big backup, big wheelies and backup girls. But actually more of them are grandmas now than they are girls. But
you got to love the long, smoky burnouts.
Yeah, that seems to be the crowd favorite. Hard on tires, but, Mickey Thompson's a sponsor, so it helps.
Well, now, what specs for the vehicles? What does it take to join the group?
They have to be period correct car. Mainly they have to look the part. Stuff from the 60s, Angulas, the Corvette, a lot of Willys. We got some Austin, A40 Austins. Nice, doesn't black paint, doesn't matter to us, as long as it looks period correct. We're all blown AA gas. They got to run a 671 supercharger. Can't be any bigger than that. Motor size really doesn't matter to us because we run at a 560 index just for part of the show. So they can put as big as motor as they want, but they still got to run so close to 560 as they can. We try to stay with a ladder bar rear end. We don't mind the power glides. We don't have any 4-speeds or any manuals or anything like that in the group. Just try to keep everything as close to what they did in the 60s and just put on a great show.
That is awesome. You have, this is actually your kickoff for the 2022 season, getting things going at Edgewater. Looks like you got a great crew coming in with you, a handful of cars. What can we expect? We've got, let's see here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of you, it looks like, coming in.
Yep.
Is it like a elimination style? You just getting out there running against each other? A little show?
Yeah, well, we actually have we run on the 560 index, but it's still a heads up. But and it's at the closest to 560 is our winner. We do run a points program that Al Lynch of Real Paint out of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, he actually sponsors the points program for us. And at the end of the season, we tabulate the points, and our winner, he brings home $2,000 in cash.
Nice.
And it's all in $1 bills. Al wads them up in 2 bags and literally puts it in $1 bills. Okay. And now he's teasing everybody this next year. For this year, he's going to do half dollars. So that ought to weigh about 2 tons.
Well, as Rob had mentioned, you got this thing going. How long have you guys been running the series?
I would say it started out with Rocky Perone as the classical gas. That's how I got into it. I started out with a sponsor for Rocky and his group of guys, and a lot of these guys are still from that group. Rocky bowed out, and Mickey Hale started he didn't really bow out. He went more into the funny cars, alcohol funny cars. And then Mickey Hale he started into it with the Ohio Outlaws, and then I was a part of that and the sponsorship behind it. And then that's what it was. Probably took a couple of years, and I'm seeing this was all probably started about 2010, 2011, somewhere in there with Rocky. And then somewhere, I guess, around 2013, maybe 14, that's when we changed it to the Scott Rods AA gassers.
Very nice. Well, I'm looking at the lineup here. Car names, so they'd be recognizable for the audience here. We got the Orange Peel, Big Red, the Phenom, the Violator, Ellen's Tribute, and of course, your own Cosmic Ray. Who was kind of the head of the class here? Who was, I guess, maybe like the Tom Brady that everybody's chasing?
The Kasicki brothers will be bringing the big burnouts. They'll be the ones, they're the 8th mile kings. They'll light them up the whole length of the track. And the Cosmic Ray Corvette, I'm still a little green with that yet. So you won't see an 8 mile burnout out of it yet, but I'll do my best. Al Lynch, he's real big on them. But I would say probably Eddie Kasicki is he's one of our number one. He was in points. He was coming third last year in our points. And Ed's been with us. He was in this longer. He was in it when I started.
Speaking of yourself, you gave us a little bit of glimpse. How long I'm sure it's been a lifelong passion of yours, but professionally, how long have you've been a part of the race world?
I couldn't tell you. See, I don't know. When I started my business, really got more serious in 2004, 2005 with it, and turned it into a business, and that kind of stalled out all racing from then on out. This will be really my first year back. Other than I went to a lot of the races with the guys, and because I just enjoy all of it and the fun that we have with it. But I pretty much had to give it up for a long time. I haven't been racing probably in 20, 25 years.
Oh, wow.
Wow. And welcome back to it. But you always, continue on with that passion. You know what they say, you take what you love and call it work. And that's a true happiness and success in life there. Tell us a little bit about the business located up there in northern part of Ohio.
Yeah, I see. We're right dead in the middle of the state, right? Summit Raceway is my home track. It's only 10 minutes from me. But it's custom hot rods and fiberglass, and we build street rods, muscle cars, monster trucks, pulling trucks, a lot of fiberglass bodies. A lot of the Woolies is like our premier car, the 41s and the 33s. We build, I think we got 9 of them on our schedule right now that we're building. We build a lot of 32 Fords, 33, 34s. We build a lot of Fiats, Vickies. I can make over 40 different cars and trucks.
Oh, wow.
And then we do stuff for pulling tractors too. We build carbon fiber pulling tractor hoods and panels and fenders and anything out of steel we can pretty much copy out of glass or carbon fiber.
Very, 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 very cool. As you had mentioned, you guys are very welcoming in the pits. You want the fans to come up and interact. I'm sure you'll have some information there about your company. All the drivers will be there sharing their stories. Who would you say of the crew? We were talking a little bit about the cars there. Who are some of the bigger personalities from the drivers that the people they don't want to miss, that they surely want to go up and spend some time talking with?
The Eddie Kasicki, Al Lynch, Tim Irwin, they're all a great time.
So really,
after when the racing's over in the pits later that night, that's when it really gets a lot of interesting fun. But no, you can talk to any of them. They're all great guys.
So you're saying stick around for the after show?
Yeah. Nope, they have a great time.
Now, Rob, maybe you can help us out on this one. The schedule for Saturday, because I know Saturday we have got a super stack day of action at the track, 4 times the racing. But where are the Scott Rods going to fall into the scheduling?
Well, we're opening up the gates at 11. Give everybody time to come in. Time runs will start around 1 o'clock. We're shooting. What I'm thinking is have the first round of Scott Rods between 4 and 5, and then maybe somewhere in the 6 to 7 for the second, and 8 to 9 for the third, just to give people who come in early and people who come in late get to see a couple passes down the racetrack.
Very nice. Now Scott, kicking off the season, you kick off the 2022 season for your series. You start and end at Edgewater. Are you guys looking forward to kind of having it be the bookends there for you?
Yeah, actually, the guys, I have not been down there yet. It always ends up in farming season because it's been the last couple of years the guys have went down. It's late in the year, and I haven't been down there yet. I'm looking forward. I've never been to the track, and they all rave about it, say it's just a beautiful place. So yeah, we'll be finishing out. We've already got it's either 8 or 10 are already on the schedule to come down in the fall.
Yep.
Very, very, very
Yeah,
nice.
right.
Yes.
It's a little tougher right now to get guys this early because we haven't had a lot of opportunity to do any testing yet, and everybody's stuff's been sitting in the garage all winter.
Yeah, with all the cold and the rain, it's just been a little unfortunate.
Yep.
Well,
And that's why we'll see. That's why we'll see you guys Friday afternoon because we're gonna try to make a few test passes Friday night.
You got it.
Yeah, I was gonna say. So I think that's a little bit more of the excitement. You guys aren't really settled into the season yet. Anything can happen. So especially the spectators, they want to make sure that they're there to see it. So you're also going to be, hey, if you want to get a little sneak peek, you said you'll be joining us for Friday
I think the majority. I think about 5 or 6, or maybe all of us are coming down on Friday.
Oh, nice.
Oh, very nice. A little bonus attraction there for the tune-in test to get there early, be able to check that out as well. Scott, we appreciate you joining us here on the Race Report. Can you tell us one more time? Give us that pitch out there to anybody listening that might be on the fence of what they want to be doing, where they need to be this weekend.
Hey, you need to be at Edgewater Park. With Scott Rod's AA gassers will be there. We're bringing the big burnouts, backup grandmas, and wheelies.
All right.
And just the gasser, you never know what these things are doing. They're all over the track.
That is incredible. Absolutely looking forward to a part of a full slate of excitement. 4 times the racing, really 3 big days of action that we've got going on. Scott, again, thank you so much for joining us here, the Edgewater Race Report.
I don't know if I can do this, but that's what I'm bringing.
Look at that. Look at that. That's a hell of a run-in. That's a guest appearance right there, right?
Is that your handiwork in that paint?
Actually, Jim Pelosi at Custom Unlimited put the candy on it, but the body, when we made the body here, it was made in a big flake silver gel coat, like an upside down bass boat.
Oh, wow.
So it's actually, there's no flake in the candy colors at all. It's just the metallic is all underneath of it. Yeah, it's something to see in the sun.
Absolutely amazing. Some of the shots I was looking at today when I was taking some pictures and stuff, it's amazing.
It was a one-off. There won't be another one. Not like that.
The Cosmic Ray, that's going to be in action. You can catch him Friday for some test runs and getting after it this Saturday. Edgewater Sports Park, the only place to be in the 513. Scott, thank you again. Right now on the show, we are going to take a pause for the cause and look at this week's show sponsor. Reviving the beer style Cincinnati was built on, Motors Brewing Company is a proud sponsor of Edgewater Sports Park. During your next visit to the track, swing by the concession stand and treat your taste buds with a classic American ale. Motors Brewing Company. Enjoy the beer style Cincinnati was built on. Back again, the Edgewater Race Report. Big thank you to our special guest there, Scott, who puts the Scott and Scott rods.
Yes, sir.
Great conversation there. I was excited before. This is absolutely can't miss.
Well, he loves it. When you can get that excited about your stuff, and he's happy to get back out racing again for the first time in years. You can tell he's really excited to do it. Hey, as you say, just him getting back into the swing of things on the track, but it's going to be his first visit to Edgewater. So yeah, definitely looking forward to putting our best foot forward to impress there. But yeah, looking forward to having the Scott Rods kicking off their 2022 season at Edgewater. Going to end it at Edgewater, so we get to see this whole thing come full circle. We're going to see the start of the runs and the crowning of the champion. Very cool to be involved with the Scott Rods. But hey, they're just part of this incredible, super stacked weekend that we have got going here. They are just scratching the surface. Absolutely. Of course, coming up, I guess fingers crossed on this one. This was I'm surprised you didn't move this to Thursday. Just Friday the 13th tune-in test. Well, it'll be all right. Hey, okay. Fingers crossed. I didn't have the 13th floor in a building I built, There we go. But then on Saturday, the Scott Rods are a part of the 4 times the racing. On it, we got brackets. We got Quick 8. We got the UMTR back
in addition to the Scott rods there. This can't miss Saturday.
I mean, where do you start? I mean, the bracket race is going to be huge. Guys are getting their cars done and ready. People are going to get out and race. We've got UMTR, which is always great. Stick shift guys. We normally have about 40 of those. Quick 8, our program is always doing well. We've got $1,000 to win in both dragster and door car, and just gonna be a great time with the Scott rod, just to put that cherry on the top. It's gonna be a long day, and the weather's looking really, really good, and from start to finish. So
absolutely. So let's jump in a little bit more into the quick 8. You've got the entire schedule out for the season. You can find that on Facebook.com/Edgewater Race. But as you said, a few modifications a little bit this year to the quick 8.
Just changing up a little bit. We're going to have all non-qualifier entry money is put back into the purse to help grow the purse for the guys. Try to pay a little bit further down. They're used to doing that, so I believe that's the way that we should go on and move forward, and I think it'll work out best.
Well, I don't think you're going to get any complaints for paying out more people.
That always helps.
So, and again, we do have in both the door and the dragster guaranteed 1,000, 250 runner up, correct?
Yep, only 150 to enter.
Can't beat that right there. Can't beat that there. The UMTR, she said 40, usually around 40 cars. Draw
40 range is what we have there.
Very good. Always an exciting, always great time with that crew. As you said, as we're talking about the Scott routes, getting to meet those individuals, the same can be said here.
Yeah. All guys that are going to be passionate about their vehicles, put a lot of hard work into them, that just love to be down there and go around racing. Same thing as Scott rods. They run a point system, and they'll race from track to track, and they have several stops every year at Edgewater, and UMTR always brings out a really nice crowd.
Let's get down to the nuts and bolts, the brass that makes it go around here. Bracket racing. Yes, sir. We lost the kickoff of the summit, so we're running for Edgewater and Summit points this weekend.
Correct. Scotty just worked out the run order, try to make it as advantageous for everybody, whether they've got junior dragsters with them or whether they want to double, to try to bring as many people in and make it a big race and just pack the house.
So that is kind of an interesting point. There is some of the work that goes into and how you structure each of those classes. Is it looking around and saying, okay, a lot of our adult drivers, they also are involved with the junior dragsters. So you have to really look at which classes they dominate to kind of filter that in and out, because you want to make sure that everyone has enough time to get prepared.
Yeah, if these guys are driving a super pro car and their kid has a junior, they'd like to have time in between so they can get to it and help their kid out and kid make the pass down the track. So
we've got all classes in bracket action this weekend, correct?
Yes, we do.
As long as they show up, we got them covered.
Yeah, we've got it.
If that's just not enough, that's just Saturday. Then we're coming back at it on Sunday. That'd be May 15th. Veterans Appreciation Muscle Car Day returns to Edgewater.
Yep, Veterans Appreciation. All veterans get $5 off on their entry. We've got our new format Muscle Car Sunday, our DOT Quick 32, and our 8th Mile All Run, and our big tire basically ends up being a big tire quarter mile race as well. So there's still some big tire guys that like to race quarter mile, and we all run off of a ladder, and it's fast paced and interesting and a good time.
Very nice. Rob, can you run through again here for us the 13th through the 15th, 3 big days? Can you run through what we can expect and give us gate times?
Friday night, tune-in test. We open at 5. The track goes hot around 5:30. We always race till around 10:30 if we happen to have a big crowd. A lot of tech cars will run a little bit later, or if somebody unfortunately has a little oil down or something, we'll also always run a little bit later to make everybody get that ability to have more passes. And then on Saturday, our gates are open at 11 a.m. and our time runs are going to start around 1 o'clock. We always have 2 time runs. We try to always have 2 time runs for all of our races. And we'll get that going. We'll have our time trials for qualifications for UMTR and for our Quick 8 program and our Scott Rods, and we'll probably end up going late. We always hope to be done by 11 o'clock.
Very nice. That's a lot of action to get in. Now, how about
Sunday Fun Day? Sunday Fun Day is our Veterans Appreciation. And like I said, $5 off for veterans. And we open the gates at 9 o'clock. We've got our car show, our swap meet, and our new format muscle car Sunday racing.
Very, very nice. I say, hoping that we get all of it in this weekend. The place to be at the 513 Edgewater Sports Park. And hey, we're just getting going. I know we're looking at the calendar here coming up. You know, we're looking forward to the return of Cincy Street Nights, Pro Mods, Race More. Hey, still a lot of excitement to be had for the month of May.
Yeah, put it in your calendar for next week. The vibe I'm getting from all the Pro Mod guys is we're going to have a lot of guys show up this year. We had 12 of them last year, and we're hoping to possibly maybe double that this year. We doubled the purse. A lot of guys already told me they're coming. It's going to be a great show. You couple that with Cincy Street Nights on Friday. They do the first 2 rounds of qualifying Friday night for the Pro Mods, and then we have round 3 and 4 qualifying early Saturday, and then eliminations for all the Pro Mods. The guys ran 370s last year, and Hank Stubb tells me he wants to run 360s this year, and I think he'll be able to do it. And that's flying. Set the track record again for a door car, and bring it here at Edgewater.
That is awesome. If to keep up with everything, all the events that are happening, 2 ways that you can get all those details. One, again, is on Facebook, facebook.com/Edgewater Race, or just go right to edgewaterrace.com. Rob, it's going to be an incredible weekend here. We're just getting going. Hey, hopefully next weekend here on the Race Report, dominated by the Pro Mod conversation.
Yes, sir.
But for now, it's that sign-off time. I'm Rick Vickery. For Rob Winley, we'll see you at the track.